All right, guys, it's a Friday and we are in storm alert weather mode. That's the bad news. The good news is it's going to be nice the second half of the day. So really just between 9 and 1 o'clock. So 9 this morning, 1 o'clock this afternoon, we need to be attentive to the weather. I don't think it's going to be a widespread severe weather. Most areas from Chattanooga westbound just going to be dealing with some scattered showers. But again, gusty winds, heavy rain, small hail going to be possible. Maybe an isolated tornado threat. But the good news for us is this comes through early enough in the day where we're not going to have that good daytime heating to provide the extra storm fuel. Now the Carolinas is a little bit of a different story, but for us we're kind of just going to see the line strengthen as it moves in our easternmost communities and then likely becoming severe further on to the east. So this morning we just got a couple of showers really south of the Tennessee state line, parts of Fannin, Murray counties back into northeast Alabama. But the main event again still off to our west. And here's a look coming down the ridge cut. Really no issues so far. Things are relatively dry, and hour by hour we're going to be in the mid 70s, so another day below normal. And notice those storms in pretty abruptly after lunchtime. The rest of the day, I mean this evening, if you have plans to be out, great weather, comfortable temperatures in the low 70s, lower humidity and no rain. But before all of that, we're going to have that level 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather. Now the further again west you go, just going to be some scattered showers. At Pikeville, Dunlap, Monteagle, you're not going to see too much in the way of severe weather. And I really don't think Athens, Cleveland, Chattanooga, Fort Payne, you guys probably aren't going to see severe weather either. It's going to be for our easternmost communities where we even have the chance, because as we take a look at your futurecast, a couple scattered showers this morning. Here comes that front. Notice by about 9-10 o'clock, yeah, that line not looking all that impressive. And even by 11, still not looking all that impressive. But look what happens as we get into lunchtime. Again, easternmost communities, this line starts to strengthen a little bit. Again, we're getting into the 12 o'clock hour, a little more daytime heating. So Polk County, Monroe County, Whitfield, Murray, Gilmer, Fannin, maybe you guys get a couple isolated severe storms, but the line really going to get its act together as it moves east of us into the Carolinas. So yes, our easternmost communities could get clipped with some severe weather, but there's also the chance that most of the activity stays to our east today. But we're still outlined with a little bit of a tornado risk, a 2% within a 25-mile radius from Chattanooga eastbound. I think that threat is even further to the east, just looking at the latest data. And there's also going to be a hail and wind threat as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. Just be weather aware. Again, the threat not all that high, but it's still there, just enough to pay attention as we continue through the day. Futurecast rainfall picking up maybe a quarter to a half of an inch of rain here. We still need a quarter of an inch to break the record. Today's our last day because it's not going to rain tomorrow to close out May. So if we're going to break that record, it's going to be this morning or into the early afternoon. Again, 1929, that's nearly a 100-year-old record for monthly rainfall, at least for the month of May in Chattanooga. So we'll keep a close eye on that. But all in all, be weather aware. By the time David gets in, it's no longer going to be a storm alert weather day. So we'll be coasting into the weekend. A couple spotty showers on Sunday, really not going to be a huge deal. And then moving into early next week, well, it's June and it's going to feel like it. Going to be plenty of humidity, temperatures climbing into the upper 80s.